Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Waygood, board certified doctor of natural medicine and certified natural health professional and Plexus ambassador. And I just wanted to share a video with you. And the focus of this video is to remind everyone not to place all the significance on the number on the scale when you are embarking on a weight loss journey. And I'll elaborate on that in a little bit, but basically what I want to get across to everyone is that when someone measures their success or their progress on a when they're on a weight loss journey, such as the Plexus weight loss program, using, for example, the Plexus Tri-Plex that I recommend quite often. A lot of times people base their success or their progress on the number on the scale only. And I want to get across the point that your health and the progress that you're making in a weight loss program, especially initially, depends on much more than the scale. As a matter of fact, for the first 30, 60, or 90 days, typically we need to address the biochemical balance of the body, and that's all of the chemicals that make up your insides before the external physical aspect of health, and in this case weight loss, is experienced. So remember, we have to change the chemicals before the physical response happens. And the way that I work with or measure that, quantify that, is I follow the protocol defined by Dr. Kerry Reams, R-E-A-M-S, and he had a very scientific approach to analyzing the biochemical makeup of the human body. And so that measures various different things like sugars, pH, proteins, salts, minerals, etc., that you're going to see in a little bit. And typically what I want to see is an improvement in the chemical markers, and that has to occur before the actual physical weight loss starts to occur. So I'm going to share with you a client that I just had a 30-day follow-up with today, and I will show you how her physical 30-day comparison results relate to her quote-unquote success that so many people measure their progress on. And then I'm going to show you biochemically what happened in the last 30 days. So let me go ahead and put up a picture that will have the physical test results or measurements displayed. As you can see by the graph, her current weight increased by 0.2 pounds over 30 days. Her blood pressure did improve with the systolic going up slightly, but the diastolic going down, which is a good sign. Her blood oxygen levels decreased by 3%, indicating that she needs to focus more on deep breathing. Her pulse rate reduced to 70 beats per minute, which is wonderful. Her blood sugar did increase by 31, which was due to eating a particular variety of foods for breakfast prior to her test results. So that was not significant for me. And the body fat percentage didn't change. The bone density percentage did not change, which was great because she does have a very healthy level of bone density. Her body water did not change. However, we do want that to increase to at least 50 to 55%. And her BMI did not change from her original readings throughout the 30-day process. So when you look at the physical results or comparison, you might say, oh my gosh, this isn't working. And what I want you to know is that I've worked with the Plexus products long enough to know that Plexus Slim, ProBio 5, and BioCleanse, the Plexus Tri-Plex, does indeed work. And it depends on the person and what needs to be done inside that person, and that will determine the length of time required to rebalance the biochemical aspect of the body before the physical results can be experienced. So you looked at those physical results, not much has changed in 30 days, and now I'm going to show you what happened biochemically with this client. All right, so when you take a look at the chart, you're going to see that her sugar levels, as measured by a refractometer, was 3.9 in May and dropped down to 0.9 in 30 days of taking the Plexus Tri-Plex. That's a significant decrease, and I was extremely pleased to see that. And let's take a look at her pH now. Her optimal pH range should be between 6.2 and 6.6 with a desired level of 6.4. And her urine pH went from a 2 alkaline reading of 8.0 down to a 6.1, which was wonderful. And her saliva pH reading moved again towards a more acidic level from 7.2 down to a 7.1, which really shows that there's a movement of pH in the body. So those two numbers were wonderful, with an average pH dropping from a 7.46 down to a 6.76 30 days into her program. But what was amazing too is look at the salts level. The salts went from 34.80 down to 5.83, which is an incredible decrease in the mineral levels, and I was so pleased to see that. Her body's really detoxing. And if we jump down to the ureas, which is just a fancy name for proteins, you'll see that those levels decreased significantly, with a total urea level 30 days prior at 25 and dropping down to a 9 30 days into her program. So that is incredible. Our goal there is a 6, so she's done an amazing job with the Plexus Tri-Plex biochemically. So again, the biochemical progress that this person made in her first 30 days of the Plexus Tri-Plex program was one of the best and most significant improvements in the biochemical results that I've seen in the first 30 days of any client that I've worked with. So if we didn't have that information, this client may have looked at the physical results and thought she wasn't making any progress. But when you look at the biochemical changes in the body, she's made significant progress, and so much so that during her second, third, fourth month, I expect to see the physical response or improvements occurring much more rapidly. So I hope this gives you a little insight into what the body's doing, what it has to do before it actually begins to shed excess weight. And I want you to know that as you take your Plexus Tri-Plex during your first few months, you're doing a lot more help to your body than what just the scale is showing you. So I hope this helps everybody and gives you some encouragement. Stick with it because it's an excellent, excellent program, and I wish you much luck and God bless.